Josh, H.O.P.E Paranormal, and I am bringing you a celebrity session. I was requested quite a bit to do Cameron Boyce, the young actor that passed in his sleep, that was in the Disney movies, the Descendant movies, and a couple other films with Adam Sandler and some other stuff. I didn't really follow his work as much. My daughter's 7, she loves those movies, she loves his character, and because of how many people requested, I figured I would do this. It's not that long of a video, but I use 4 different pieces of equipment in a sense. The DR60, the Panabox, the SCD2 with the portal, and then an interview of his in reverse with the portal, which is a very effective technique that I've used before. And so on all 4 of those different channels, in a sense, he comes through or is mentioned, which is very, very interesting. The first thing I do is I ask about him, and I ask on the DR60. And the response that comes through, and again, I caption it with what I believe I'm hearing. They're merely suggestions, my captions, so if you don't hear what I hear, that's perfectly fine. But I think it's a little strange, a little interesting, probably some truth to it. So let's go right into it. Cameron Boyce, are you able to use this? Can you use this? Okay. I'm going to turn on the box here briefly, and then I'm going to turn on his interview, which is something that I can reverse through the box, giving him his voice. What will come through the box will be gibberish, and it's up to him to turn it into a message if he'd like. All right, let's see. Is Cameron Boyce here? Is he able to use this? I'm inviting you, Cameron, to use this with me. I'm going to give you your voice back with an interview of yours. It will be in reverse so you can use it. I don't know if anyone's done that with you yet, but can any of that guy? Yeah. I briefly connected with you intuitively. I think it would... That sounds like you. I heard your voice. Yeah. What, can you say anything through here? Anything you want to say? How do you feel? I assume you're not looking for help in any way. What is it that you would like to... I'm going to ask you these questions again, but I'm just asking. Alright, let's do this. So just to recap, so we're on the same page, that DR60 message said, Cameron doesn't like Disney, their music is too happy. I don't know if that's true, if that's how he felt. Maybe one of his fans know that, but it's pretty interesting, you got to admit. Regarding the SCD2, what comes through in the portal, I ask about getting connected to him, that I intuitively connected with him, and this response says got inside his head. Maybe that's what happens when I go to intuitively connect with a spirit. I just pop up in their head. Now, I ask him directly, how are you doing? And I get a response, good. It sounds like him. And then I ask if there's anything else that you would like us to know, and a voice says he got his light indefinitely. So, interesting responses. Now I move into the Panabox. the Pana box. I'm going to turn on your interview. I heard your voice. I heard you. Talk. I am talking. Okay. So this communication through the Pana box, I think, is just him. It's directly him, and I hear my name, Josh, with his voice. And then he says his name, Cameron, so we hear the confirmation of Cameron. And then again, in his voice, from what I feel is his voice, something about, he says, my life. So good communication through the Pana box, but I'm going for more. Now I will try his interview through the portal in reverse. We're going to go to your interview, and we're going to see if I can give you your voice back. Okay. Here we go. What do you want to say to your fans? A lot of your fans are asking about you. What would you like to say to your fans? Okay. Cameron, you don't need any kind of help of any kind, I assume, correct? Did you see the light? What did you see when you died? And are you upset? Were you upset about dying, or did you get understanding when you did? Did you get an understanding when you died? Okay, the idea behind this tactic, this technique, is that he's able to take the sound that's coming through the box that's gibberish and formulate his own reply, which Anthony Bourdain, Tentacion, Mac Miller have all done. There's no question any replies that he's saying that I'll be able to get from this won't be in this interview. It's just a few. I've only done 40 seconds worth. Now, Cameron, I'm going to go through this and find out what you are saying. If you're saying anything, I will find it. It brought a lot of joy to a lot of kids. You know, I know from the way that people are asking about you that you're going to be missed, that you are missed right now. This sounds like, okay, so Cameron, anything that you'd else like to say? I'm going to ask you one question through the DR60 to end this, but before we do that, anything else you want to try and say through your... Okay, so I got to go back. That was... Wow, okay. I don't know what I got through there. Now, this is really interesting because, again, I'm using his interview, 40 seconds of it from an Entertainment Tonight interview. I'm piping it through the portal in the reverse pedal. It's coming through as gibberish, as you can hear. But there are responses that are coming through. Are they him? I don't know for sure. There's really no way of knowing if any of this is him. But you've got to admit the evidence is compelling some of these responses. I again ask about him possibly needing help, and I think it's very vital. That's a response that comes through. I mean, it's pretty clear to hear it. You also hear, did you see him? They gave his life. I don't know what that means, but again, it's coming through, and you shouldn't hear any responses coming through this gibber. So any response that is heard in this technique is going to be a spirit using it in this way. I don't know if it's him, like I said. I ask him again, what is it that you want us to know? And you hear him say that we are constantly light. You are constantly light. That's, again, confirmation that we are light. And these light responses have been mentioned throughout the session. And it's almost like after I asked him if he was mad a few questions ago, he comes back and answers me, Josh, I'm not angry. Pretty amazing stuff. And I'm grateful to be able to do this work, show it to you, bring it to you. I can't always fulfill every request regarding celebrities. I have more that I want to do, but it's got to come in time. So I love you guys. I appreciate it. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out my YouTube membership, check out my Patreon membership. I'm doing some really great stuff there, and there's some really inside tracks I give you guys about what's happening. There's live streams, Q&As, all kinds of things. So again, until next time, I have another cool video coming your way soon. So bear with me, hang tight. Love you all till next time. Thank you.